Hello and welcome back to more Let's Play Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. In the last part, we arrived to the ever-loving moon, onto the X-Naut fortress. I went behind a curtain and I turned 8-bit. That was pretty sweet. And we also learned this access code, 1429, 1429, 1429. I'm gonna forget it, so we're gonna have to go and try and use that as quickly as possibly. 1429, 1429, 1429. Anyway, sadly, it's not a permanent change. We are, in fact, forced to turn back into our normal selves. Very unfortunate. If we could have completed the rest of the game 8-bit style, you bet your sweet bippy I would have been all on that nonsense. I mean, who could turn that sort of thing away? Anyway, 1429, 1429, 1429. Sub-level 1, please. We can't actually, I don't think we can do everything we want to do yet, but I want to get this code out of the way before I forget it. I'm no good with numbers. Useless trivia, names, and all that good stuff. Oh, I've got all that nonsense down packed. I've actually apparently like psychiatrists and the whatnot, and like medically tested, I actually have a phenomenally good memory. In fact, scary good, because apparently I don't know, it's like, oh boy, I remember things, and for the longest time I thought that was natural, that I remembered quite literally just about everything that's ever happened in my life. And I always got frustrated at everybody, especially my family, when they didn't remember things that were completely obvious to me. Well, as it turns out, it's completely natural to forget extraordinarily mundane and useless information, but I remember everything. Like, I've only watched, like, every movie I've ever seen, I've only ever watched once, and yet I could quote the ever-loving hell out of that thing, while my mom completely and totally adamantly will 100% of the time guarantee that she has never watched The Incredibles, when she has in fact watched it twice. Just saying. I'm just saying. Apparently that's completely normal, but then again, I don't know, my mom's kind of got weird memory too, but in the reverse sense. Point is, good memory, I got it, 65 HP, why not? Okay. Alright. What on earth was the code? Oh no. Oh crud. I got on a side tangent about The Incredibles. Not good. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. We can do this. I think it was 014029. So bad at numbers, guys. Access code accepted. Well, fantissimo. Alright, now we don't have to go all the way back down. Ain't that just a big old bucket of awesome? Alright, now back into the elevator systems. Sub-level 2, of course, like you even gots to ask. I mean, come on, where else would we even go? I don't want to go to the top level. I mean, all that's out there is space, dude. I mean, you can't breathe out there. That's just be nonsensical. Alright, let's see, there's another elevator we can't use. That's fantastic. X-Naut. Why is there an X-Naut there? Didn't I just fight that guy? No, I guess I didn't. I turned into... Yeah, I walked right past him. Okay, that was the X-Naut on the further trail. Do I really have to fight this guy? Because I'd really rather not. Okay, yay! Haha! Take that, jerk! That'll teach you to not have knees. Alright, and now we are in Grodius's special thing. That's the guy you want to watch out for. This dude, he means serious businesses, okay? Like, okay. There we go, hang on, and twirl! There we go. This guy means the serious of all of the business. If he hits you with his attack, well, you're gonna get paralyzed and not be able to move, and then he can attack you again, which resets the amount of times you're paralyzed, so it's a never-ending cycle until you eventually just die straight up. And you gotta be careful, man! And then, of course, he can make all of those weird shield things. It's a big, ugly mess. Can't have none of that. Get him right out of here. I don't even want to test the waters on that one. I ain't taking any safety actually, I'm taking all of the safety practices and precautions. Ugh. Okay, let's see. Theoretically, there should be something in this office we need. Yippers deppers. Another card key. Fantastic. Okay, well, I guess that's all we need. You know, the inner crazy person in me really wanted to take a hammer to that aquarium and just have all of those evil mechanized fish people that have been tormenting me throughout this entire game flop helplessly onto the floor. That sounds like it would have been really therapeutic. However, while I think everyone has their dark thoughts every now and again, I could never actually do something like that. I'm way too nice a guy. I would be, like, the first to go down in a zombie apocalypse, because, it's just, Anyway, let's try that Infatuate. I barely ever try to use it. Alright, take care of that, and that, and that, and some of that, and there we go. We actually managed to confuse all of them. Haha! They're actually going to attack each other! Yes! I've never actually successfully done this before in my entire life. I've never seen enemies successfully just attack other people. And even that one, in his confusion, stupor, tried to attack me, but it did not work! And he just straight up body slammed his belly bro there. That didn't work. That's fantastic. Everything is coming up sweetums up in here. Alright. I seldom, almost never inflict status ailments on any of these dudes. It's really quite amazing that I'm able to do that. Alright, Fire Jinx once more. I always just go straight up for the normal damage. Usually when I remember I have status ailment sort of things going around, I always think about possibly just using them on bosses. But those don't work on bosses. It's just stupid. It's crazy. Alright, what are you drinking, you crazy person? Oh, okay, now you are very large. The problem with that being, you are on fire. And regardless of how gigantic you are, the fire still burns your faces off. Yeah, see, now you're dead. You should have used that turn to heal yourselves, Brosophines. I mean, it wouldn't have helped, but, you know, it would have made a much better strategic idea in the long run. Just saying! Okay, let's see. Now, where on earth do we go exactly, Vivian? I do not know what on earth we're doing. Hang on a second. How many of those card keys do I have? I've got the 2, and I know I need 3. Is the 3rd one on the 1st level? I'm almost certain that it isn't. Let's see. And I've been in this room, and this is just the changer room. Okay, okay. Interesting, interesting. This is most peculiar. Okay, well, I know for a fact there's another card key we need. And I've already picked up 2, and I'm pretty sure I picked up both of them on this level. Let me just, well, yeah, I walked past Nerdington, and I got the card key that was over in this weird mechanized nonsense. Okay, so then I guess, I suppose, in theory, it has to be on the 1st level, but that doesn't make any sense. Interesting. Well, alright, well, I suppose it doesn't really matter. We'll just go to sub-level 1, do what we gotta do. Maybe it's in one of the various other rooms. I'm thinking of the rooms on the far left and far right. Maybe it's the card key is in one of the things around it. That sounds like it could make sense. Of course, that is assuming that there even is any to do. I'm going to certainly hope that's the case, because otherwise I'm in a bit of a pickle. Alright, bonkity-bee, bonkity-boo, scooby-dooby-doo, where is you at? We've got some shiggity stuff to get done, yo. I mean, seriously, Scooby-Doo, where you be at, bro? We seriously, there is Old Man Jenkins. He is in a shark suit, scaring people at an aquarium. He's the haunted shark. You wouldn't think the sharks could get haunted like that. Like, it's a ghost shark. Whoa! It's so scary spooky. Anyway, yeah, this is definitely an awesome place to be, but at the same time, most interesting. All right, well, whatever. Put in the cog, and then you push this button, and then you push this button, and then you push this button, and then the mechanism decides to start working all up again. That's fantastic. And I guess since we're here, we might as well grab the stuff while we're... I mean, why not? Like I said, this is what that cog we picked up for was... This is what the cog we picked up for is ultimately for. Yeah, let's go with that one. All you gotta do is just move the thingamaroo, and once it's highlighted, you should be able to just pick up the thingy that you want. There we go. I was fairly certain I missed that. That would have been quite the bummer. Alright, just plop that thing down there. Now, I'm curious. Maybe you guys are too. So let's just, you know, bring this up while we're doing the vending machine nonsense over and over again. Okay, so why is this here? Why is this a thing exactly? Why did the X-Nauts design a gigantic vending machine? No, not vending machine. A gigantic claw machine thing, and then hide 2 badges, a star piece, and 6 coins on it? I don't really see the point. This seems like a lot of like manpower and technology. I mean, look at all the spinning gears and servos and flashing lights and stuff. Look at all this stuff. Like, this cannot be cheap. And then this is all on a moon base, man. A friggin' moon base. So is what? It's like, is Grodius just so freakishly have so much money that he just doesn't even care? I mean, you know, actually that brings up a completely different argument here. Like, bad guys gotta pay for stuff. I mean, you can't be, wahaha, I'm so evil, I'm stealing from the electric company. No, they can just cut you off. I mean, all power has to go through a thing, unless I guess they've got a bunch of generators. But even then, I don't know, man. That's a conundrum. So, like, what? Do bad guys have electricians? Do bad guys go to Home Depot, buy a bag of nails and some hammers? Is this what happens? I gotta be honest, guys. I ain't got a clue. Oh, hey, well, what do you know? I guess I was incorrectly correct. This is where the card key was, but this is not the room I thought it was going to be. All right, well, I'm getting quite the I'm getting quite the sensation of deja vu. Thank you. Where are you, huh? You came here to get the elevator key so you can access the computer room? Yeah, I guess. Is that what the card keys do? Yeah, I thought so. Well, then you're gonna have to beat me to get it. And if you lose, your life is mine. Yeah, sure. Just throw up in another one of those trivia quiz thingies that you got going on. Now, why thwomps? Or are these womps? I always get the two mixed up, along with everyone else on the planet. Why are they so obsessed with quiz shows? That don't make no sense. Also, humorously enough, the last one, way back in Thwonk Fortress, that was the 65th annual Quirk quiz. Now this is the 66th. Neat little side touch there. Anyway, fine. Let's answer some flippin' questions. Number 1. What is hidden here? Well, it's a monkey, obviously. No, it's an elevator key. Are you sure about that? Absolutely. Stop second-guessing me. You want me to lose, so why would you even... Then again, I guess he's trying to cast doubt on the fact that I guessed correctly. It's not a guess, I actually know that for a fact, but whatever. What's the name of the girl in Petalburg who's waiting patiently for Coops' return? Why, that would be Flavio. That would be weird. Koopy Coo. I mean, you can figure that one just out by the only character name that sounds like a Koopa Troopa. If you didn't remember any of the characters' names, that one sounds like a Koopa Troopa, and you know his girlfriend is a Koopa Troopa, so there you go. Anyway, what's next? What's next? Bring it on, fiend! Now question 3, Goombella, Lava Bubble... No. Okay, well, I suppose Goombella, Lava Bubble, Buzzy Beetle, and Boo. How many feet do they have total? Why, they've got 6. Buzzy Beetle has 4, Goomba has 2, the other things have none. Bam ba bing bada boom, everything is good. Alright, what's next? We're on to question 4. It's elementary for non-idiots. Where was the one, the only diamond star? Why, that was in Hooktail's gut. It still smells unfathomably like makeshift mac and cheese. I mean, like, I'm guessing that's just straight up microwave. I mean, that's, I don't know, man. I mean, you should really just boil it, get some actual ingredients. That's just my opinion. I mean, I am a macaroni and cheese connoisseur, okay, man? You gotta get that stuff right. What was the name of the very first champion at the Glitzville Arena? That was Prince Mush. Yes, I'm sure about it. Can we end this charade and get my friggin' elevator key now? I mean, come on! Also, why did Grodius create a mechanized thwomp just to run a quiz show to keep people from taking an elevator? Nothing about this makes any sense! Okay, well... Oh, elevator key, derpa derpa doy. Not okay, yeah. Okay, this makes everything more sense. That's not a card key, it's just an elevator key. And there's a second elevator we can go down, and that's where the card key and the room I was thinking about is in. There we go. The problem was I forgot entirely about sublevel 3. Ooh, kind of important. That's an entire floor of the building. You'd think you'd remember that sort of thing. Oh, well, suppose no harm, no foul in the ends of it, so just gotta find that other elevator. So, Vivian, what's it like not having legs, exactly? I mean, that's gotta be an interesting sensation. Then again, I suppose it's kind of a stupid thing to ask. It's like, I mean, I assume you've never had legs, so you really have no way of actually being able to, like, compare. It's like asking, oh, man, like, it's like if an only child asks somebody, oh, man, what's it like having a brother? And it's like, I don't know, I've always had one. I don't know what it's like to not have one. Explain what it's like to not have one, and then the guy's like, well, I can't, because I am stupid, and everyone's like, well, I guess we all look like colossal morons out of this exchange. Thanks for that, Stuart! Anyway. Alright, that's a big old pile of jerks over there. Ain't having it. Ain't having it at all. Okay, don't want to waste any of my awesome stuffs. I was thinking about using the art attack, but no, I think not. You know what? I will use the Earthquaker machine! Bazingle-dingle-dang! Y'all get shimmy shaked up in here. There we go. And that takes care of the 2 gruntlings and just, oh, and that thing falls over. Dax the nerd, that's fantastic. Also, Skylight killed members of the audience. Unfortunate, that's probably gonna get a pretty bad review in next week's paper. Oh man, it's like Spider-Man the Musical all up in here. That would be a topical joke if it were 2012, yo. Or 11, or whenever the hell that thing came out. I don't know. I don't remember things like that. I don't care about musicals. Ugh. That's not to say that musicals are dumb or anything. If you like them and that's your thing, then, you know, go crazy. Just because I don't like something doesn't mean you can't like something. That's some backwards thinking right there. Anyone who actually believes that is a terrible person. Let's just throw that out there. Okay, grab the moolah. If you're going to be forcing us into a confrontation, might as well. Ah, this is the last one of these things. Okay, stand here, and it's just gonna kind of move erratically wherever it wants. And eventually, whenever it feels like it, we'll get over to the treasure chest where the final card key that we need is located. So that's pretty sweet. The only problem is, you just gotta calmly, quietly bide your time, let it do its little spiel. You can't step anywhere that isn't lit up or you get electrified. See, now we're going backwards. This is the exact opposite of what I want from my life. I want to go forward, not backwards. I mean, come on. What was I just talking about, backwards thinking? Come on, man. Come on! We live in a new day and age. Tolerance. Multiracial relationships are a thing now, dude. If a man and a Goomba dig each other, that's totally down, man. That's down. You ain't gotta look. Anyone who looks odd at that, well, then they're just big old piles of stupid. That's what they are. Vivian, stop burning your tailpipe on the freaking platform. Oh, my goodness. Wait, actually, you know what? I was gonna ask how exactly her internals work, but that's a rabbit hole I don't want to go down. I'll just assume you don't eat, and we'll just leave it at that. The places my brain goes sometimes, I swear. Okay. Casually strolling. There's another X-Naut. Avoid him entirely. Haha! Luckily, going through doors apparently stops space-time. That's always lucky and fascinating. Just slide in all of these wonderful card keys. And theoretically, it shouldn't immediately go to a boss fight. Unless it is. No, okay, yeah, there's a whole giant stinking section here. Completely forgot about all that. Whoa, boy! We've got Nerdlinger tossing his nerd bottles of nerd juice all up in here. Not having it, sir. Not having it. Whoa, man! Freaking, he kept his pimp hand strong with that. Alright, fine. If that's the way things gotta be, I'll ultra hammer your face off. Nerd! Haha! Ah, there we go. Oh, whoa, I pulled off a stylish maneuver. I didn't even know I could do that. Fantastic! Everything's coming up fantastically. Alright, set them all ablaze, because that is how the Vivian do. And then I guess they'll chuck their weird potion things. Oh, okay, phew. For a second there, I thought he was going to use his shooting star item. That would be unfortunate. Anyway, they're just going to keep throwing their giant bottles of science all up in here. I'm just going to straight up ignore them, because they're all on fire. I don't know. Haven't you guys ever heard of, stop, drop, and roll? Unlike duck and cover, that was actually a valid thing. Like, okay. I'm sure everyone knows this, but did you guys know that, way back in the day, the black and white days, when nuclear weapons were an untested and unknown thing, they were they had, PSA videos that they played in old-timey schools, where it's like, oh, if you ever hear the nuclear bomb thing go off, make sure that you duck and cover and get underneath your desk or underneath that picnic blanket. That'll shield you from the nuclear radiation. It was pretty amazing, not gonna lie. All right. Let's see, there should be all manner of various things for us to jump about on. Question is... Yep, okay, yep, that was right. That is an Ultra Shroom. That is a cold, awesome possum 50 HP we could get from that thing. Ordinarily, I wouldn't be dealing with such, frivolous things, but come on, gotta grab that item. Gotta grab that item post-app. Post-app? That's not even a phrase. Apparently, I just invented it. All right, cool. Ultra Shroom, haha! I've made the return journey. Or not. All right, friggin' awesome. That's what you get for bragging, everybody. Never brag, because karma will swoop in and kick you right in the tuchus. And that is something you just don't want to deal with. All right, wait patiently. Bang! Okay, there we go. Took in frickin' forever. And now we gotta wait for this. Patience! Ugh, worst of all virtues, man. It's seriously. I've actually spent an extraordinarily large portion of my life waiting for things. I mean, I don't know, I brought it up, but I didn't have friends in high school, and all of the people there were people I didn't want to have as friends anyway, so it's really no big deal, but point is, I spent a lot of my time alone, and so I didn't really have anywhere else to go during break periods, so I just sat outside whatever classroom was the next one I had to go into once next period started, and the worst part about that was, all of the teachers were like, oh yeah, we can't have you sitting there because you're a teenager, and they're all full of the evils, and I don't know, you're clearly up to something nefarious, when I'm never up to nothing nefarious, I just don't have friends. Is that really so hard to believe? I'm a social outcast. That's a thing that exists, teacher guy. Friggin', ugh. Lousy friggin' art teacher who's also the janitor. He has any right to judge me. Oh, your life's turned out the way you planned. I'm gonna go ahead and say probably not, because you're an art teacher janitor. Neither of those are professions that people seek and go out to have. That's just not how things work. Ugh. Anyway, long story short, There you go. I spent a lot of time just sort of standing around doing absolutely nothing. It's just how I did. Well, that's not true. I mean, I had an MP3 player. I listened to all of the Weird Al Yankovic. Had every one of his albums on my MP3 player. It was pretty boss sauce. Although, conversely, I can now sing every single Weird Al song from heart, like, completely off the top of my head. I briefly debated whether or not I should demonstrate that, but I think let's just go ahead and assume you guys believe me, because otherwise, I mean, really, that's an incredibly lame thing to lie about. So, yeah, let's just go with that. Let's go. All right. I'm still debating it. Shut up, brain. We're not singing on the microphone again. We've done that far too many times as is, and nobody wants to hear you sing. You're not good at it. Okay. Bippity-bop this no-good Goodnick, and we can take care of that guy. And then his shield breaks, and then another quick punch to the face. I mean, when in doubt, man, you just gotta punch someone right in their eye and set them on fire at the same time. You gotta have some serious talent to be able to pull off that sort of maneuver. Vivian, with her pink hair and Waldo hat, she's got that kind of class and skill going on for her. Alright, there we go. Yep, I guess I'll spend an additional 10 coins healing the damage they freaking took out of me immediately after doing it. You are a jerkwad! Ugh. Either way, we got what we were looking for at the very least. We got the key that'll let us get through this place, so that's always good. Bonkity-bee, bonkity-boo. Come on, can I make that jump? Can I make that jump? Hoo-wah! Totally did. Vivian, I can't help but notice that you can stretch your body and elongate yourself to the point of not really needing to jump. Isn't it at all possible that you could, I don't know, maybe carry me up large places so I don't have to, you know, go through all of this song and dance number? I mean, it's all too apparent you can sort of teleport, basically. It's how you got around with the other Shadow Sirens, right? Unless you guys just went into the shadows for the sake of doing it because it looked cool, which admittedly it totally does, but like, what? Is it like the Mysterious Life of Alex Mack? Do you just turn into like a puddle of shadowy awfulness and then skittle across the ground? Like, so you can bypass locked doors and stuff? Is that really all it is? Because that's significantly less impressive. I mean, you can go into the shadows, but what exactly does that pertain to? I can't help but wonder! I can't help but wonder bread. Alright, jump on this. Of course, there's a switch over here. We gotta hit it. Okay, fine. I like how Vivian's not even trying to stay onto the platform. She knows she can just sort of fly. Vivian. You crazy, crazy dame. You are my friend. You are my good friend. Okay. Just moving along. And there we go. Magical yellow staircase that doesn't need anything supporting it. Open up this wonderful door, and cutting the video because right through that door is a boss fight. And you know how I always like to stop things right before a boss fight for maximum aggravation. Hope you guys had a super fantastic time. In the next part, we're going to confront the boss of I guess the last actual chapter of the game, and I guess find the last Crystal Star and Princess Peach. It's going to be crazy. I'll see you all then.